We're going to talk about 3.6 in this video, which is syllogistic arguments. We are still trying to prove that they're valid or invalid, but syllogistic and symbolic are different. What we did in 3.5, symbolic, we use logical connectives. We use our if-then, our and, our or, our if and only if, our negation. We use truth tables or special forms to prove they are valid. In 3.6, we are dealing with syllogistic arguments. And in this piece, we're going to use quantifiers. So remember back to 3.1. Quantifiers are our words all, some are not, and none. We will prove the validity by Euler diagrams. On your test, it is not acceptable just to say valid or invalid. Your drawing will have to correspond with your conclusion to get credit. We will still have a set of premises and a conclusion. So we're still saying, if my premises happens, does my conclusion follow? So some reminders here of our drawings. All are, this is important on the order, all of the first is in the second. All of A is in B. None are means they do not overlap at all. We still have two circles. Some are means that they are overlapping and there's at least something in that intersection. Some are not. They're overlapping, but there's at least something that's not there. Now, the key to these problems is when we're drawing them, the premises have to be true. It's kind of just the same idea as when we're dealing with the symbolic ones in the last one. The premises have to be true. So in your drawing, they have to be true. But if you have a choice how to draw your premises, you still have to draw them so that they're true, but you want to try to draw it so that the conclusion is invalid. So still draw the premises as being true, but try to draw it so the conclusion doesn't follow. That's the key to this whole section. Sometimes you're not going to have any choice. If you don't have any choice, you draw what's given to you, and then you look at your drawing and say, does your conclusion follow? Sometimes you're going to be given a choice, and if you can draw them in different formats and still be true for your premises, you want to try to draw it so that the conclusion doesn't follow. So we're going to do a few of these together, and then I'm going to have you do several of them by yourself. Okay. So our first one we're going to do is number 1. And what I want you to realize is that every sentence deals with two circles or a dot in a circle. So you do need to be careful on how you label it and make sure you're labeling it how you have. So teachers is my first circle, people are my second. All of the first is in the second. That matters on the order. All teachers are inside people. No option there, that's the way I have to draw it. Second sentence, second premise says all people smile. So my second one here, it says people all, so all of the first, which in this case is people, smile. Smile has to go on the outside. There was no choice on this problem. So now I look at my drawing and does this work? So all teachers smile. All teachers are inside the smile. So this is a valid conclusion. What I expect to see on the test is your drawing in this form. There has to be 3 circles, and in this case, again, they have to be in the correct order. Looking at number 2, all students are happy. So all students are happy. Jane is a student. Jane is a singular person. I could put a circle, but Jane is a singular piece. So, but Jane has to go inside the students. There was no choice on this one. So now I say, does my conclusion here follow from my drawing? Jane is inside the happy. So this is a valid conclusion. So the first 2 we've done, we had no choices on what we were doing. We're about to go to some problems here in a second that are choices, but I want to caution you, just because you have choices does not mean that it's invalid. A lot of times it will It's kind of like a counterexample. You just need one example to make it false. So looking at number 3, all basketball players are tall. So all basketball players are tall. Mary is tall. So what I mean by this is I have choices right now. Mary being tall can be in either one of those spots because it just means she has to be inside this circle of T. So I look at the conclusion, Mary's a basketball player. I don't want that to be true if I can draw it in that way. And so this would make Mary a basketball player. I don't want her there. I want her here. Double check. All basketball players are tall is correct. Mary is tall is in there. That's correct. This makes this conclusion invalid. It's a fallacy. If you have a choice, you have to draw it so premise 1 and premise 2 are true. Try to draw conclusion false. That's what you want to try to do, okay? If you have the ability to do it. Looking at number 4, no president likes broccoli. So, means they don't intersect. Hillary doesn't like broccoli. That just means Hillary cannot be inside this circle because this is broccoli. So I could put Hillary anywhere on the outside, or I could put Hillary in the president. Conclusion says here Hillary is president. That means I don't want to include that one. I'm going to put Hillary on the outside, which makes this one invalid. I had a choice, but it still has to be true for the first 2. Always has to work for the first 2. Number 5, all A's are B's. So A's are inside B's. Some B's are C's. So this is a problem where I have some choices here. I'm just going to draw some different ideas here on the side, because I only want in my drawing the final conclusion. This is a mistake some people make, is they draw like 4 of them on there. And it's okay if you do that, but you need to cross out what doesn't work. So we have, so some of B's just means it has to overlap. It can do this, it can do this, and it actually could go where it overlaps partially with those 2. I have 3 ways I could draw this problem. And so I want it, all 3 of those work for the first 2. I want to choose the one that doesn't work for some A's or C's. And remember, to be the negation of that, some are means none are. So this top one, not going to use either one of those pieces. I'm going to use this piece to make it invalid. So if you draw more than one on your paper, please cross out what doesn't work. Or you can do what I did before, up above, where I drew both and I erased the one that didn't work. But I needed to make sure that I understand what piece is there. You should have at least 3 circles, or 3 including a dot on each one of them, and they have to be labeled. So 6, no LSSC students cut hair. So LSSC, and actually we're LSSC now. You can tell that this is an old one here. Cut hair. All high school graduates cut hair. So I have no choice on this one. All high school graduates cut hair. All of the first, so this is high school graduates, is in the second. I had no choice on this one. I had to draw it this way. No LSSC students are high school grads. That is a valid statement based on my drawing and my premises. So this is a specific one I put on here because the conclusion isn't a true statement. We are deciding, does the conclusion follow from my premises? So that's what we're deciding. Based on my drawing from my premises, does my conclusion follow? And in this case, it's valid, even though we know it's not a true statement.